Alright, hey guys, this is Marbles TCG, and just a month before October, we're getting new Ghostrick support. And I kind of wanted to go over the 4 new cards that were just announced, I think. Just recently, I think it says right here. And I just saw them, and I thought it would be cool to just kind of go over them. And honestly, I've only played against Ghostrick like a few times. I've never built a deck. I thought like the style of the way it plays is pretty interesting, but I've never like built it. I have an idea of how the deck works. I just never gotten around to building my own version of the deck. If you guys want to see a deck profile before these new cards come out or with them, just let me know and I'll work on that. But yeah, let's go over the 4 new cards. So right here is the first effect monster here. So Ghostrick Siren, a level 4 dark monster. So as usual, they cannot be normal summon unless you control a Ghostrick monster. And let's see. So if this card is normal summon or flip face up, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the grave. Then if there was a Ghostrick card among them, you can apply one of these effects. You can add 1 Ghostrick spell or trap from your deck to your hand, or you can change one effect monster your opponent controls to face down defense position. So it seems that when it's normal summoned, you can you get to mill 2, and then when you mill those 2, if there's a Ghostrick card, you get to search out a Ghostrick spell or trap, which seems really good. You always want to have some sort of search. And then, or you can change one effect monster your opponent controls to face down defense. So this seems like it would be pretty annoying just to be able to deny your opponent a monster by flipping it face down. Just because if they manage to like just attack this face down and they don't realize, just because all the Ghostricks are going to be face down, they don't know what they're going to run into. Just being able to flip one of them into face down is going to be so annoying. Because now they just deny that monster. Face down, they can't do anything with it. They can't link with it. They can't exceed synchro. And they can't activate any of its effects. So just face down defense position and being able to do that to your opponent just seems really strong. And once returned, you can change this card to face in defense position. So that's pretty cool. It by itself, it can kind of go back into face down. So I think it's pretty cool. I think this is going to be a pretty good card. I don't know much about Ghostrick, so I might be wrong. If you guys think it's going to be good or bad, just let me know. But just from reading it and just from seeing that you have a way to search and a way to deny them a monster, just seems like a really cool card and a really good one. And here is Link 1, Ghostrick Festival. So I think it's essential for, especially with old archetypes, to have a strong Link 1 or Link 2. And having a Link 1 here is just really good, and I think it's going to help Ghostrick a lot, even before reading the effect. So let's see. So the material, it requires 1 non-link Ghostrick monster. That makes sense. Or else it would keep recycling itself. You can also use the face down Ghostrick monster as material to link some in this card. Makes sense because it goes with the whole archetype. Okay. And then your Ghostrick monsters can attack. Okay, let's just read it. Yeah, you can only use the second. Okay, so you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Your Ghostrick monsters can attack directly while there's a Ghostrick card in the field zone. So by the field zone, I'm guessing they're meaning like field spell. So if you have the field spell in play, they all get to attack directly. That seems, yeah, your Ghostrick monster. I mean, that seems really good. Just being able to attack them directly, especially since, like just having a bunch of those monsters out, and just being able to ignore your opponent's monsters and like cheat out games basically just for free, just from a Link 1. This seems already like a really good card. And then this one's the one that's only once per turn. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 Ghostrick monster from your deck and face on defense position. So this is pretty good. When they declare an attack, you just sacrifice this guy, and then you get any Ghostrick from your deck and face down defense position, which is the position they want to be in. And it's just it seems like a cool way of just getting any Ghostrick monster that you may need for that particular situation. So this seems pretty good, just from what I've read about it. And then, you know, the link markers down. Yeah, just seems good, standard. I think it's going to be pretty decent, and I'm liking how these cards are turning out so far. And let's see the spell. So the spell, Ghostrick Shot. So it says right here, it's a play on the term trick shot. So you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. So you can still use both of their effects in one turn. It says each once per turn. It doesn't say you can only use one and only one. So let's see. The first one, you get to special summon one Ghostrick monster from your hand or grave. Then you can change one face down defense position monster, Ghostrick monster, to face up attack. So that seems okay. So you get to cheat out one Ghostrick monster from your hand or grave. That's already pretty good. And then you can change one face down to a face up attack position. So just being able to do that, you're able to activate any Ghostrick monster's effect on your command. And I don't know, that seems really good. And being able to get a +1 out of it. Plus, let's see the second effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Ghostrick Exceed monster you control. Attack one Ghostrick card from your graveyard to it as material. So that just seems like a good bonus. I know there's a few cards where having more materials on it just give you like bonus effects, and that just seems like a cool bonus to have here and a way to generate more advantage. And it also serves as like bait. Just by having it in your grave, it has an extra effect that you can use. But this effect seems really good. I think this is going to make it a pretty good card. Again, guys, let me know what you guys think. But from what I've read here, it seems pretty cool and pretty useful. So, Ghostrick Or Treat. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. So you can only activate it once. If you control a Ghostrick Link monster or field spell, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Your opponent can pay 2,000 life points to make this effect become: set this card face down instead of sending it to the graveyard. Otherwise, this turn, that target cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also, it is changed out to defense position during the end phase. So it looks like, okay, this is interesting. So you can actually, you target one of your opponent's monsters. They can choose to pay 2,000 to change the effect. So they can make it into set this card face down instead of sending it to the graveyard. And then, otherwise, this turn, this target cannot attack. Okay, so if they don't pay anything, the trap just targets it, makes it where it can't attack. Its effects are negated. It's basically like a fiendish chain, and during the end phase, it's sent to defense position. Or they can pay 2,000 to make it where set this card face down instead of sending it to the graveyard. So instead of it dying, they get to choose to put it in the graveyard. This seems like a more gimmicky card. It seems cool to have like their own fiendish chain. That could also be useful with the face down defense, just because that's really good to have, especially just forcing your opponent into that. Not sure how good it's gonna be. I think compared to these, it's not like as good, especially like the spell. I think Ghostrick Shot just seems like it's gonna be a pretty good card, and Ghostrick Siren, and this Link one is definitely gonna be like a staple one. But this card, I feel like it's going to be more experimental, and people are going to see if they like it or not. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's a really good card. You guys can let me know. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think of the 4 new Ghostrick cards? Do you think, do you play Ghostricks? Are you going to run these cards? What do you think about them if you don't play Ghostricks? And are you going to pick them up now that these cards are coming out? Because I think they have pretty cool art, and they do seem pretty cool, and I would want to explore them. But yeah, guys, just let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.